Hi, and welcome to this very special Grace Note. Today, I want to speak to those of you that are feeling anxious or feeling like you don't do enough, feel like you're too lazy, or you don't have time to enjoy your life because you got to get your business going. For those of you really that are starting out, and also for those of you that are more seasoned, because this is an area that really affects everybody. And here's what I want to share. Today I want to share about feeling, because one of the ways that I see many people trip themselves up is that they get really lost in their feelings, particularly feelings of anxiety and insecurity and nervousness. And one of the feelings that comes up for the clients that I work with is the feeling that it's that feeling that they're not going to ever get any clients, that they're not going to make it as a coach, that they're not going to succeed. And what I want to share with you is that your feelings have absolutely nothing to do with your business and where it's going. Now hear that again, because it's quite radical. How you feel right now is not an indicator of your future and how your business is doing or how it will do. And this is such an innocent mistake that I see people make. They get so lost in the feelings that they think it means something about their business. They think it means something about their future. And let me give you an example. Like, I have a wonderful client who was basically feeling like she wasn't as successful as she had been before, and as she could be. So she spent a lot of time in this thinking about how she's not good enough and how it's never going to happen and how it's, she's a has-been. And as a result of that, that thinking made her feel anxious and feel insecure about the future, and insecure about money, and insecure about whether people wanted her product and service or not. And she really let that feeling drive the whole show. Like, she really made that feeling mean something about her business and her future. To the point that, understandably, she just ended up on the sofa for months because everything looked hopeless. Now, this is an innocent mistake, because when we forget where our feeling is coming from, we tend to fall for it each time. And so today, what I want to point you back to is that your feeling is nothing more than feedback for the quality of your thinking in the moment. Low quality thinking, low quality feeling. Anxious thoughts, anxious feeling. It's connected. And if you're going to base your business on how you feel on any given day, you're in for the biggest roller coaster ride, and probably one of the most difficult rides of your life. Because our feelings are subject to change. But when we start to see that they have no relevance, no actual connection to our business or our bank account or our future, we kind of can relax and let go a little. And when we relax and let go a little, our thinking settles down and we come back home to our wisdom. So if you're someone who right now is really feeling anxious and hopeless and thinks that means something about the future, thinks that means something about your progress, you think that means something about your potential or your coaching business or your product-based business or whatever business it is you have, let this message be a reminder, if you like, that your feeling has nothing to do with and no connection to where you're headed and what's possible for you. And as long as you think it does, you are at the mercy of a very volatile relationship with productivity. You'll find yourself sometimes engaging and a lot of times not engaging, sometimes getting a little bit of work done and a little bit of marketing done, a little bit of progress, and then a lot of lying on the couch or distracting yourself very innocently. Because as we forget that we live in a thought-created reality and that our thought creates feeling, as we forget that, we fall into the volatility of basically just living our life based on how we feel in any given moment. And I don't know if you've noticed, but that is a pendulum. That living like that is up and down and all around. The good news is, the hope here is that your feeling has no connection to your business. It has no meaning as to where you're headed or how successful you can be. Your feeling right now is just simple feedback for the quality of your thinking. And as you keep falling for thought, you will keep having the same feelings again and again. But you have free will as to whether or not you make up a story that's about your business, or that's about your relationship, or that's about your future. I'm sharing with you something that I have found to be really helpful, and that is to recognize that the principle of thought is at work, and the principle of consciousness is how we feel everything. And as thought creates feeling, that's how we experience life. It does not mean something about our future. So I hope this has been helpful. Let me know what you've heard. And if you're interested in really getting more engaged with your business and being less in this volatile state at the mercy of your thoughts and feelings on any given day, and you'd like to explore more deeply how to really get your business going and create momentum more consistently, I would say, then you might be interested in our upcoming one-day workshop group retreat in London that's coming up, or you might be interested in some private coaching together. Either way, send me an email, grace@citygirlconfidence.com, and I will let you have the details on both. In the meantime, have a wonderful, graceful day. Ciao.